Alrighty, well, we are now. Oops, I didn't do this right. Did I? I want to have a. What am I doing? I want to have a display capture on top, which is fine. I want to bring this down like that. I want this on top of the display capture, which would be that. Alright, that should work. And I want to now shut down. I want to exit. What do I want to do? I just want to move it. So, what do we have going on here? We have this happening. So we're in Unity and we are using version 2021.3.2. And we're trying to take the models that we made in Blender. Let's see if that shows up. Yeah. So in Blender we had made a... Oh, it's kind of frozen, isn't it? Okay, so Blender's just freezing up here. But we'd made the model of Captain Mishka's area of Serbia in Blender using Blender OSM. That's Blender OpenStreetMap. That was the plugin we used, but apparently that's freezing up right now. And then we imported it piece by piece, the terrain and the houses and the roads and some trees that we made. And we're bringing to Unity, and we're still having some trouble with textures and materials, but it's working in VR because we're using this OpenXR protocol that we learned from this particular guy, Valim Tutorials. Valim is great. We're on number 5, hover, grab, and use interactables. And so we're experimenting with that right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this way up so that we can see what's going on here. And I'm going to go and hit play. And it should now go into the VR headset. Takes a few seconds to reload the script assemblies. And while it's doing that, let me see if I jump back over to Blender. No, Blender's still frozen. Just taxing my machine tremendously. It looks like, oh lordy. Boy, am I taxing my machine. So, come on. Is it because I'm broadcasting? Is that why you're having so much trouble? Maybe I have to shut Blender down. So let me do Control-Alt-Delete on that. And shut Blender off. And let's see, that may do it. There we go. So in a few seconds we should be in. All right. So this is what we're seeing. Okay, so we're on this top of this platform, and I've made some things way up here. I've made it so you can look down over. Let me beam forward here. You can look down and see the Danube River, and I'm using a teleportation area, so you can see down there, and you can see where we put a table and chairs down there. That sounds like some alert for the, yeah, somebody was kidnapped, unfortunately. We'll have to say a prayer for them. So I was playing with the teleportation area, and let's pause for a second and say a prayer that the person who was kidnapped is found and released unharmed. Okay, so that we pray. We pray. Okay, so I also set up, so here we can teleport in the area anywhere we'd like to, whereas over here, these are teleportation boxes that you can jump to, but you can't go anywhere else in here. It doesn't do any teleporting. You'd have to do the movement with the joystick, but if you aim it at that sphere, then you can teleport to that sphere. So that's some of the techniques that I learned yesterday for doing teleportation colliders or boxes and teleportation areas, as you can see. Now, here's what's fun. I made these balls interactable. I've made rigid bodies on them, so now as you can see, I'm colliding with it. Should be able to collide with it. Maybe I have to go farther, faster. If not, it is kind of moving. Then I can hit the grip and I can grab the ball. Now I've grabbed the ball, now I can throw it and watch it roll. And I have to go over there and see what happened to it. Where did it go? Where did it go? it go anywhere? Oh my.
Where is it?
It fell, but I don't know where it went. It must have bounced off.
That happened last time.
I'm going to do that to this one, but I'm going to push this one.
Does it collide with the floor? Is it the floor? Is the ground down there rideable? Like, does it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So now this ball, I'm going to walk it over until I dump it off the hill. Oh, bye, 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 goodbye, 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 goodbye. Come on, go. Yay. Okay, there it goes. Woo. Boom. That is so cool. And then it's going to roll and roll down the hill. See it rolling? Yay.
Where is it?
It's going down the hill down that way. It's about to go into the Danube River. Wow.
I can't see it
There it goes.
on the screen. It doesn't show it.
Oh, really? It's too tiny. So I'm going to chase it down. Go, ooh. Boom.
Where is it?
And now I'm over here. And there's me and Brooke in the real location.
Can we search for it? Is there a way to focus on it?
Oh, to get the ball? No, not when you're
Find it.
inside here. So this is what we're
You
trying
know
to
what
mock up.
This VR is good for, like Easter eggs.
Easter egg hunts, yeah, for sure.
Look for
This is what it's supposed to look like.
something.
That's another view of the proper tee, which we'll have to model up. So we're just in the beginning of modeling it up, but we did get to the point where, and there's Captain Mishka himself. Yay, Captain Mishka. It says, Moja applies heroima Serbia. My applause to the heroes of Serbia. Oh, Serbia. That's Serbia, yeah. And so we continue going over here. We've set up, it's a winery, so those are the wines that he has in there. And we made a wine glass that we can grab. Of course, we don't know how to make it, program it yet to grab it the right way up. So it's going to be really difficult to get it to stand up again. Aha! Did it. Okay. And then we have a glass, and you can drink the glass. So that's cool. And then throw that on the table, grab another glass. I need my box collider to be improved because it shouldn't lie in the table like that. But it does fall over. It's got physics. Oh, and there it went down on the ground. So there's that. You can have wine bottle toss fights. And we're also working on our texturing of some of our plants here. Like this beautiful dandelion. That's a beautiful texture. Look at that. And then this other group of plants. But some of the plants have not yet been fully textured. But it gives you an idea. Like I have to texture that one. I have to go and texture that one. There's so much work to be done in this. But eventually you'll be able to go in as a tourist and you'll be able to see all the things that you wanted to see by being there in real life. That's where we came from up there. And this is using the reference images. And so we've got to do a lot more modeling to make it look real because it doesn't look real yet. But I have to get all of Misha's sculptures that are there because there's a bunch of them. Beautiful ones like this one here. And this one's here. Friends, the names of friends, Drugi Onami. And then over here, Captain Misha Brig, that's what the real place looks like that we have to model. But what a great way to teach people about what a place has to offer. I have a lot of texturing to do here, and so there's lots and lots of work to do. Love to be able to make the water actually move. But yeah, you can get on that road there and then look back up the hill and see what it looks like. I think we also need to make a flying carpet, like Anas said, so that we can be able to fly around here.
Whatever is equivalent in Serbian.
Yeah. Well, we should be able to fly. Like we're in VR, so we should be able to make some kind of drone. That's one of our tasks. As you come up from this scale, you see that view there, which is actually backwards. So we have a lot of texturing to do. But yeah, pretty fun. And I think I made the chairs. Did I make them interactable? No, I didn't. But I did make them so that if you put the wine glass down, it sits on the chair. Although my collision isn't perfect. It's floating just a little bit. Let's see if I can grab that. Yeah, grab that and toss it onto the other chair. Very weird. Okay, well, that's it for testing for now. There's a lot of work to be done, but I put the headset down now, and I turn off the play button. We can continue broadcasting as we do some of the other things we wanted to work on. So maybe you can learn a little bit about our blunders through Unity. So for example, the white here on this tree is suggestive that it's missing a material, material 1 as a shader, and it doesn't let me click, and that's really frustrating me because I don't understand why some of these materials don't let me do any intervention on them. So when I click on this and I go to assets and I go to blend files and I go to this here, where is that? It is called tree 3, and I'm sort of at a loss because the materials that should be in it, leaves 3 has leave 001 material, and then tree 3 has a material called material 001. And if I were to, I don't know if I can remove it, select material. There's the material, but it doesn't have anything in it, and it doesn't let me click on it. So that's a big frustration for me that I don't know how to deal with. I know when you're in here, there is a material there called forest material, and then there's leaves 2, which did not come in, and that also does not let me work with. This one here I can work. Can I work with? No, I can't. So these materials are locked somehow, and that's a real pain. I think if I look for leaves 02, maybe I can find it in here if I go leaves. Yeah, leaves 02, but that's a material, that's not a texture. So I'm looking for leaves in there. So that didn't help. Maybe there's a way, if I go back up to materials, textures, houses, somewhere in here there should be leaves, but that's where the dandelion is now. So I don't know. The trees are really messing me up. I do know that these white other plants that I have here I can texture. So for example, if I click on this one and I hit F to zoom in, this is called shrub sorrel, and I do have a shrub sorrel here that I can drop on there. I should be able to. Shrub sorrel. There we go. Oops, that was bad. I'm still broadcasting because I'm figuring stuff out, and I want to know what it is I'm figuring out. But I'm trying to get, like, it won't let me. No, it's doing the texture. So I don't understand. If I'm in here, maybe what I have to do is delete it. It's not about resetting it. Like, I'm really confused about how to get a texture on, and you know I did it before. Nope, it's not doing that. Shrub sorrel rough. No, it's just nope. Alright, that's weird. So this one here is another shrub sorrel, and that one let me do it. See, it's really strange. Like, sometimes it lets you do it and sometimes it doesn't. So here's a shrub sorrel and it won't let me do it. So that's the thing that really, really bothers me. Like, I don't know when it works and when it doesn't. Let's look over here at this grass over here. So this is called a grass medium. And do I have a grass medium? I have a grass medium, right? So I can drag that, and yeah, it worked. So sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, that one worked. So I can keep clicking on these grasses and taking the grass medium. And I don't know what it's doing with the alpha channel or the roughness or the specular, but I do know that I can at least get some of these. Ooh, didn't want to do that. Some of these grasses to cooperate. Oops, that one's not cooperating. So it's the strangest thing. Let's see if that one cooperates. Grass medium. Nope, didn't work. And that one worked. So there's a lot of work to be done with that. This one here is grass medium large. Grass medium doesn't say which one is large and which one is not, so it did both of those. And if I take all of them, yeah, it's weird. That grass medium. Nope, didn't want to do that. A tree like this is called tree 8, and I don't have any texture for a tree 8. I got nothing in there for it, and I got nothing in materials. And the thing is, even if I have a material, I can't get it on there. Like if I put a dandelion on the tree, it won't let me. It just doesn't let me in there. So I'm completely at a loss as to how to texture these trees, because even if I click on the shader, it doesn't do anything, and I can't. If you go to edit the shader, it looks for another program. Material inspector interface. So I'm gonna have to try to figure all of that kind of thing out. And probably remodel a lot of these things as well. This should be moved down a bit. Let's see what that is. Zoom in there. That shrub sorrel, is that the one we couldn't get before? Sometimes it works, and this time it does. Look at that. Shrub sorrel. A lot of painstaking work rebuilding what we had in Blender. This one here is grass medium. Doesn't look like if you grab all of them. Nope, didn't want that. Grass medium. Nope. Have to be very careful what you're dropping on. Oh, that one worked. Grass medium. Nope. Yeah. Very bizarre. So I need to watch more tutorials, but at least we've got things working, and I really think that the most fun part of this is the ability to interact with objects. I'm so happy about that. So as we finish this up, I'm going to put on the headset one more time and go in and knock this ball over. Script it. Whoa, what's it doing? Oh, I fell. Boom. Okay, there goes the ball. I can chase it down the hill this time. Oh, no, because I can grab it as it goes down the hill.